G'day ladies and gents, welcome to Xrissart. I'm Chrissy, thanks for joining me. This is a quick tip video on using a brush technique for trees and foliage with PanPastels. This subject demonstration is part of a large painting and a work in progress. The art supplies I use here are PanPastels, Pastel Pencils on Pastelmat board, and a brush which I will tell you in a little bit. A while back I was trying to think of a way that I could paint trees en masse and in the distance. I needed to create some texture in the foliage of the trees, and I was looking for some kind of application that could pick up the pigment and then apply on the surface with some kind of ease. So I went rummaging through my brush drawer and thought to try an old Hog Hair oil painting brush that was almost going to be thrown out anyway, so it was quite an old one. The bristles were quite hard and prickly, and I cut the brush, I cut the bristles in the shape I wanted, and in fact I cut this brush on a live stream which I'll link at the end of the video, and you can see how I did that. Quite amusing actually for some too, and a bit hard to watch cutting a brush for some in that live stream, of course. Frankly, it was quite liberating actually to make a tool that would do the trick. And it is the perfect brush for texture in the treetops in this project. I made sure that my background was dark enough, otherwise my brush marks wouldn't show. So I just built up some layers, and as if you would if you were painting an oil or acrylic painting. The only downside with this method is that it makes a heck of a mess, and your pan pastel quite powdery, but that's okay so long as I get the outcome I'm looking for, and it worked a treat. Thank heaven for Pastelmat and Pastelmat board, which allows for many layers. I just kept building and building from dark to light until I got to the very end with my lightest highlight. I also used a handheld vacuum cleaner to pick up the excess pigment, and after that I just kept dabbing gently so as not to destroy the tooth of the paper. It's always good to experiment. You just don't know what technique you'll stumble on or discover. And remember, there's no wrong or right way to paint. So long as it's archival, you're on your way. I would like to know, are you the type to experiment with tools and different techniques? Perhaps you can leave a note in the comments section, and perhaps share your tips and tricks with me as well.